Decaff here with another YS Flight scenery editor video. Today I want to talk to you about having multiple polygons or multiple items in one map item. So the term that YS Flight scenery editor uses for these is elements. If we go object map, we see insert element, and that gives us all of our major polygons, runway lights, all those things. So inside of each map item, these features are called elements. So this is important when we are working with individual elements inside of a map item, because there's certain features in the object map menu and elsewhere that will enable us to fiddle with each of these and move them relative to each other. This is a big time saver, because if you perhaps moved something slightly different and want to fix it, or you want to readjust something without having to go and redo everything, this is a great way to do it. It also allows you to create maps with fewer map items in them. So if you look at Stike's Arizona map and look at his airports, there's lots of map items everywhere in there. So if you wanted to clean some of that up, you could use this ability to edit all of the different map elements and move them around, change them, tweak them to really enhance or simplify your map making experience. So let's go in and talk about what we want to do. First, we got to select the actual item, because otherwise we're not going to be able to do anything. First off, let's try to select an individual element. What we're going to do is we're going to hit escape. That clears any menu that might be open, or just prepares scenery editor saying, hey, I'm going to go and deal with each of these elements. If you had a window open like the insert element window, go ahead and hit escape to get out of that, and then escape one more time to get to this mode. And then we can go in and click on any element in here, and you'll notice that it highlights in a bounding box right along the edge with pink, and it highlights each of the different vertices that we used to create it. So this is one thing that we can do to just select an element. And there's a bunch of different copy, paste, move, rotate, and priority commands in the object map menu that will need individual element selection. But there's also a few other things. Let's go in to map here, and we have this paint by picking command. And what this allows us to do is select individual elements and change their color. So right here I have this purple selected. I'm going to go ahead and click on there and here. And that's a quick, easy way to change the color of your different polygons. There's also a paint all option right here. You can also pick up the color inside of a polygon, which is very handy. There's a whole bunch of things in here that I encourage you to play around with, but let's go and talk about a couple of the big things right here. First, we have the select all and unselect all. We also have the copy, cut, and paste, and the delete options here, which are your sort of standard straightforward options. But one of the cool things is the move selected elements. So here I can go ahead and move this element, let's say on top of the big middle element here. And just like with the move item or move scenery commands, it shows us an outline of where we're actually moving things to. You can barely see it here. I'm not sure how it's going to come through on the video, but when you go and do this yourself, you'll be able to see it. And it's just like any other move command. You can move it around, do whatever you want. Go ahead and hit space to finalize it. But let's say that we wanted the dark green one on top of the purple one. This is where we get into priorities. In Scenery Editor, we have priorities that distinguish how things are looked at, and it's really just top, bottom, middle, those sort of things. So if we go in Object Map and we go here, Element Priority, we can put this down, and that'll go down one, but that's not going to take care of our issue here, because we want it on the very bottom. We don't care where the green one is relative to the purple one, as long as it's on top. So we're going to go to Object, Map, Element Priority, and Bottom. And there we go. So there's a bunch of different features in here. that I encourage you to play around with. I'll go through in different videos and talk about a couple of the major ones, and the ones in the second half of this menu are a bit different, and I'll go in and talk about those specifically. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comment section down below. Like always, I'll do my best to answer them. I really encourage you to go in and play around with the different options, because that's how you're going to learn the best. So until next time, have fun.